Hello everybody, we'll be starting in just a couple minutes. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well out there. It's been a while since we touched this one, so let's get right back to it. Hey Zombie, how you doing?
You certainly...
Done already? What? No slacking off.
I also like cheesecake. I would like cheesecake. Okay, so where we last left off, we had just finished our first run through Madarame's palace. Or was it the second? It was the second. Anyway, we found the high security area where he keeps his treasure. And we're headed back to the real world.
Well then. Well. Oh!
I swear there's some audio lag going on here.
How are we supposed to get past that door?
I don't know. You think there's some kind of off switch somewhere?
Looks like this is where I come in.
Mona?
I have a suspicious place in mind. Remember? This shack is the basis for Madarame's palace. I actually scouted it out the last time we were here.
Whoa. So this was your plan from the start?
Correct.
You only went scouting because you were bored.
So? Where's this suspicious place?
It's on the second floor. I noticed an unnaturally hefty lock on a door up there.
Give me 1 second, I'm trying to solve the audio issue. Probably should have waited till after the cutscene, but whatever.
In front of Madarame's eyes. Basically, we're going to change his cognition that the door is unopenable.
In other words, when we open the one in Madarame's house, that area in his palace will open on its own?
I'm not really getting it. Is that gonna work?
Trust me, there's no chance it won't open. I think. You understand, don't you, Joker?
Yeah, that should have gotten rid of the lag and that weird audio popping that was going on there. But let me know if anything else needs adjustment.
Well, yeah, but...
Why don't you trust me? It's worth a try.
But even then, there's still that hefty lock we have to deal with in reality, right?
That'll be a breeze. Just give me a hairpin and I'll handle it. It will take some time, though. Doing everything by myself in front of Madarame would be impossible. If only there was someone who could distract him for a while.
Huh?
Oh. Man, how are we even gonna get into his house? We'd get reported for sure if we force ourselves in.
What?
I guess the only way is having you go nude.
What?
Fancy you say that, Ryuji. I was just thinking the same thing.
This isn't funny!
It really isn't.
I'm not saying you should really get naked.
It's simply the best excuse for you to enter Madarame's house without raising suspicions. So we'd like for you to play the role of decoy, Lady Ann.
This is way too sudden! I mean, I don't even know where the locked door is!
Don't worry, I'll accompany you.
But that's still technically only me! Worst comes to worst, what if I get found out?
We can run into the palace. Or something.
Is that really gonna work? I mean, you're not giving me much confidence in this plan. Do I have to be the bait?
Good luck, Gon.
Why can't one of you guys go nude?
It ain't what he wants.
Then make it so he does!
All you gotta do is trick Yusuke, have him take you to that room, then just open the door.
You make it sound so easy. But if there's no other way, I don't have a choice. God! Fine, I'll do it. For justice. Seriously, you better pull this off.
If it's for your sake, Lady On, I won't stop scratching even if all my claws were to break.
We'll be counting on you, Morgana. Don't let Yusuke notice you, alright?
If he tries to
Hey,
force my
Specs.
clothes off,
How you
I'll
doing?
tear that house down. I'm really gonna lose it if we do all this and the palace door doesn't open. Got it?
We're working to get dirt on that guy's crimes either way. It won't go to waste. Alright, let's get down and dirty tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Earlier the better.
But, will Kitagawa-kun agree?
I don't know, just say something
See, I
like,
kind of like that
"I
change,
really
but
need
it's
it to
still
be
just
tomorrow."
this weird
That should work,
situation
yeah.
where, you know, you show up nude or I blackmail you to cover up the crimes of my mentor. It's been a while since I played 5 or watched 5, so I don't remember if she said that. Would be a neat option though. I think Yusuke would go for it.
Okay.
Pip, 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 pip.
Been searching all along, confessing while alone.
Strip for him on. I'm not stripping. This is such a pain. Gotta open that door and have Madarame see it, right? Yeah, Morgana said they'll change his cognition. I don't get it. And one more thing. Let us know if any weird shit goes down. We'll be there to back you up ASAP. Got it.
A palace is a reflection of how its owner views the real world. So if Madarame's cognition of reality changes, it's only natural that his palace would be affected. And all jokes aside, we really will need Lady On to strip for Yusuke. It's the only way.
What else should I be?
A crossword puzzle. Get rid of the customers. A crossword puzzle.
Hey, hey!
I'm doing a crossword puzzle. Where art is shown and sold. A gallery. G-A-L-L-E-R-Y. No, it's G-A-L-L-E-R-Y. Yeah. I am. Sayuri. How you doing, Ratchet?
Alright.
I see. Nice.
Oh, did my brains go up? Did my brains go up? My brains did not go up. I think I rented a movie last time. Let's go check that out.
Hey!
Watching a DVD will cause time to pass, but stats will go up, blah blah blah. It's like a book, but on video. Let's watch the X-folders.
Been searching all along.
Wolf, you can't be serious. You think aliens did this?
I've heard it all before, Skullsy. But just look at these bodies. They can't be from Earth.
Skullsy and Wolf.
Hey, hey!
I bet you've summoned a little more guts by watching this drama. So this is where I lose all credit as a child of the 80s and a science fiction fan. I watched very little of the X-Files, so I don't know if it was actually scary or a good drama or anything. I just remember everybody being hyped up about it back in the day. It's one of those things I really should go back and watch.
Well then.
So it's you. You did use this line now that I think about it. Anyhow, what's with this sudden change in attitude? I was contacted by Takamaki-san last night. She's accepted the nude modeling proposition. That's nice, of course, but I hope you aren't conspiring anything.
I could say the same of you.
Do not make a mockery of art. Don't judge us by your worldly standards. I'll call the police if you try anything. Remember that.
I was doomed.
Oh, yes.
Great artist Madarame is holding an exhibition in Shibuya right now, isn't he? I've gone to see his work before, but wow, they truly are incredible. I saw some of his interviews too. He really is a charming fellow. It's rare to see a gentleman artist like him in a field known for having a lot of eccentric types. By the way, you seem far removed from the arts, Amamiya-kun.
Here's a question.
Oh yeah, his English voice is Matt Mercer, so all I'm hearing is Critical Role. Which famous Ikai artist of the something period is said to have moved evidence over 100 times? I don't know. Hey chat, can someone Google this one for me? Which famous I'm gonna butcher that. Let me see if I can find an answer. Hokusai.
This is it. Oh, not bad.
It seems you know a thing or two after all, like how to use Google. Hokusai had a habit of moving, but he also changed his name quite a lot, at least 30 times. His sole interest was his art, so he stayed in poverty, wore tattered clothes, and lived in squalor. How do you get that question right? I wasn't even close. Maybe he actually is smart.
Nice going!
Like in the original, the class was always stunned that a guy that they think is carrying knives and has killed people is intelligent. I wonder if they're gonna like warm up the students to him after a while in this one.
Ah. Well then.
Okay, guess we're going right into it.
Morgana, we're counting on you. Me and him are banned from going there, so all we can do is wait here.
No, you two have something different you'll need to do.
What do you mean?
You have to wait inside the palace. Once that door opens, sneak in and look for some kind of control room. We need to make sure the door can't close anymore after it's open.
Oh, I get it. Okay, you can leave that to us.
Yeah, I basically did too. And now and then on the stream I am pulling up a guide when I get completely lost.
Really come. I assumed you were lying when you contacted me.
I'm sorry it was so sudden.
Oh, it's not a problem. But, as I told you yesterday, Sensei will be returning in about 20 or 30 minutes. So, I'm sorry if that causes some anxiety on your part.
That's why I'm here today, damn it.
What was that?
Oh, no, it was nothing.
By the way, have you gained some weight?
You think so? I weigh the same as always. Maybe I'm bloated today.
So then, can you, get ready here?
I need to take my clothes off, right?
Yes, please.
I'm embarrassed. Could you look the other way?
Oh,
Phew, that was tight.
tight? No, I'm doing this for art.
Don't look over here, okay? Hey, your sensei's coming back soon, right?
I believe so.
Do you think we could do this somewhere else then? A little more atmosphere would be lovely.
This should be good enough.
But wouldn't a room with a lock be a bit better?
A lock?
I haven't watched a lot of Critical
Must
Role,
a girl say more?
and I agree with you, but sometimes a really good DM like
But the only
Mercer
one with a
can
lock
really
is Sensei's
make
room.
it work as something to watch.
Then why not
Same as
there?
like the Adventure Zone, which I highly
I can't
recommend.
intrude. Besides, I don't have the key.
He says he doesn't have the key.
It's okay. That's why I'm here. I'll just use this hairpin.
Takamaki-san, are you about... You were wearing all this?
Don't you think it's cold today?
I suppose so. The sun is starting to set.
Right? That's why a change of location would be nice. I mean, I'm gonna take it all off.
True. It might make for a better picture if I can brighten my model's mood.
Uh-huh, that's right.
She may even be willing to try out various expressive poses for use in a dynamic composition.
What kind of poses?
Lady On, you have to act. Get back in character.
Let's go. I was just starting to get in the mood.
Wait! If you wander around, Sensei will...
Oh, it's so hot.
We really can't use any other room.
Hey, why not this one?
Please wait!
I'm counting on you, Mona.
Meanwhile,
Are they seriously gonna be able to pull this off? She was saying stuff like, I'll just seduce him with my acting, but that sounds out of her league. Plus, we ain't got one sign this place is gonna open. Isn't Madarame coming home soon? On top of that, even if Mona's able to unlock the door, how's he gonna show it to Madarame? And then even if they do show it open, any normal person would just close it right up again. Doesn't that mean we only got a few seconds to get in? To be blunt, won't it be a miracle if this works?
it'll definitely work. Definitely.
I want to think that too, but... it's almost time.
Please, can you just wait and...
What's past here?
That's...
So the door Mona mentioned is up ahead.
I keep telling you, you can't!
You're still not done? It's hard to do this with cat paws.
Is something the matter?
Oh, so, what is this room?
It's a storage area for old paintings.
Storage. Hey, Kitagawa-kun, why don't we do it in here? I won't be embarrassed if we go somewhere nobody can find us.
Only Sensei can go in there.
Please. I want to be alone with you. Somewhere like quiet. You know, where we won't get interrupted.
Is he really going to buy that terrible act?
Stay focused.
Hmm?
Oh, it's just so frustrating that my feelings aren't getting through to you. Kitagawa-kun, do you not like girls like me?
No, that's not true.
How is that working on him?
Please, we can continue this inside.
Sure. I mean, no, we can't go in there. It's locked anyway, so...
Fine. This is too embarrassing. I I'm leaving.
But
Let's just do it in here, okay?
what do I do? I'm home. Sensei!
Yusuke?
All right, it's open.
Huh?
What are you doing there?
It's not what it looks like.
Yoink.
What?
Not in there.
Nothing's happening. I wonder what's... It's off! They seriously did it!
Stay on guard.
Oh, right. These could come back on at any second. Let's go.
Oh shit, I have to play now. Equipment. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I gave it to Mona. Oh well.
I can feel it.
Feelables? Nope. None.
All right. Yeah! I can feel it.
We're gonna have to kill it.
Hey!
On. I'm trying to play it as close to vanilla as I can. It's just a personal thing. Like, I could whip out the level 90 persona and just completely annihilate this area, but... eh.
Sorry.
You must be deceived. You dare threaten Lord Madarame. Ugh.
They got past the security system? You cannot go any further. You are trespassing on Lord Madarame's territory.
You guys ain't got nothing on us. I'm more scared of screwing up and having On yell at me. It's time.
Steve, this guy was weak to fire, which I probably don't have. And Mona has my fire necklace. So, you know, this is gonna suck a little bit.
You got me. All right.
Uh-oh.
What? Huh? Persona! Slime! Shit! Persona! Persona!
Stop that!
Yeah! Persona!
See if I can hit with a nuke. Kind of.
I'm beat.
Screw it.
Using this!
Ren is confused. Ren threw all his money away. Ren's an idiot.
Whoop 'em, Persona! Eat this! Persona! Go down!
Well, I'm glad it only has one attack. I'm just kind of mad it's that particular attack.
Persona! There!
This should do it.
Persona!
This should do it. What'd I get?
Show me that move sometime.
Firewall. Nice. Wow, things suck with that on around.
Takamaki-san, this is bad.
Are these the lights?
What the...
Isn't this Sayuri? Why are there so many of them?
I have no idea.
Get out!
Sensei, what is the meaning of this?
I suppose I can't keep quiet now that you've seen this. Truth be told, I'm in severe debt. I handmade these Sayuri copies and have been selling them through a special connection of mine.
Why?
The real Sayuri was stolen by one of my pupils long ago. I assume they begrudged my strictness. That moment was quite a shock for me. Since then, I've been mired in a terrible artist block. Because of this distress, some of my pupils handed their ideas over to me from time to time. I knew I couldn't keep that up, so I attempted to recreate the Sayuri a number of times. However, it resulted in nothing more than replicas. That's when someone came to buy the paintings, knowing, well, they weren't original. It's all my fault. I couldn't pay the price of being famous. As expectations for me rose, it reached a point where I had no choice but to keep making them. I needed money to further your talents. I ask that you please forgive your cowardly teacher.
You know, it's
Please,
almost
don't.
believable.
Hold on, something doesn't add up. If the original painting got stolen, how did you make copies of it?
I happened to find a finely detailed photograph of it in an art book.
So you managed to sell copies of a photo of the original? I'm not sure how this works, but don't people who buy paintings generally have a keen eye for the fine arts? This sounds like a lie to me.
What would you know?
Something just doesn't feel right.
Lady On! This one seems different.
Sayuri. This is the real Sayuri. But you just said a moment
Damn
ago
it,
that
I
was
didn't
stolen.
expect him to take the cover off.
That's a replica.
My plans.
No, it's nothing of the sort. This painting kept me going. It's the reason I made it this far. Sensei, don't tell me.
It's fake. Yes, a counterfeit. I heard there was a counterfeit spreading around, so I bought it.
So you're telling me the actual artist behind the painting bought a counterfeit? That's pushing it.
You're lying, Sensei. Please, just tell us the truth.
You too? I've reported you to my private security company.
What?
I had it set up to deal with some problematic paparazzi, but I never thought it'd come in so handy.
Please, wait. Let's talk about this.
You can talk all you want to the police. That includes you, Yusuke.
Lady On, let's run!
A cat? Where did it... There's no point. They'll be here within 2 minutes.
Takamaki-san!
Yeah, let's go!
Okay, turning off security system is over here.
Hey, look!
Oh. Gee, is it this one?
All right!
Cool, done.
Whoa! All right! I hope those two managed to get away.
One hell of a landing.
Oh. I thought I was gonna die. Hey! Will you let go already? Oh no! I didn't mean to push him so hard. Are you okay? Wake up!
Who are you all?
Calm down, Kitagawa-kun. It's me!
Kamaki-san. That means you two are... I don't recall ever seeing this cat costume before, though. What is this place?
We're inside Madarame's heart.
Inside Sensei's heart? I'm sorry, Takamaki-san, but are you sure you're feeling okay?
She ain't lying. This is what that bastard truly feels. He's nothing but a greed-filled money grubber.
Enough of this rubbish!
Kitagawa-kun, didn't it cross your mind that something wasn't right about Madarame?
That's...
You may not want to believe it, but this is another reality as viewed through Madarame's eyes. This is his true nature.
This repulsive world? Just who are all of you?
I guess you could say we're a group that changes the hearts of rotten crooks.
If everything you say is true, then the sensei I know doesn't exist.
You gotta snap out of it.
Still, he has kept me safe these past 10 years. My gratitude for that won't just disappear.
You're gonna forgive him? At this rate, you'll...
Are you okay?
I'm trying to be rational about this, but my emotions are overwhelming me.
Sorry, but we don't have time to dawdle. The security level's gone through the roof. We need to get out of here at once.
Here, lean on my shoulder.
No, it's all right.
We need to get out of here. That said, we have an amateur with us now. Let's try to avoid fighting as much as possible.
Okay. You need to fix the equipment. Morgana has my Ember Ring. I'll give him the Crystal of Lust. I don't know, extra heal is never a bad thing. And I'll give Ryuji the Ember Ring. What's Breath Ring? Life bonus. On's got the wind power. Okay. I don't think any enemies actually show up.
So this is inside of Sensei's heart? A vain museum such as this? This painting!
Do you recognize it? We were thinking these might be his past pupils or something.
But why are there paintings of them here?
Technically, those aren't actually paintings. They're the pupils themselves.
Madarame saw them as objects, so that's what they are in here. Oh, and, we found yours, too.
We'll talk more later. For now, let's get out of here.
And here? Yep.
The exit is right there!
Who is it? What the?
Talk about bullshit clothes. First a king, now some kind of shogun.
Welcome to the Museum of the Master Artist, Madarame!
Huh? Sensei?
Huh?
Is that you? That's higher.
Disgusting.
This is all one big lie, isn't it?
My usual ragged attire is nothing but an act. Besides a famous person living in that shack, I have another home. Under a mistress's name, of course.
I'm almost impressed.
Such insincerity.
If the Sayuri was stolen, why was it in the storage room? And if you had the real one, why make copies? If it's really you, Sensei, please tell me.
Foolish child, you still don't see? Painting being stolen was just a false rumor I spread. It was all a perfectly calculated staging.
What do you mean?
Let me see. How does this sound? I found the real painting, but it can't go public. You can have it for a special price, though. Ha ha! How's that for preferential treatment? Art snobs will eat it up and pay good cash at that.
No.
The value of art is purely illusion. What's the matter with providing that illusion to eager customers? Though I doubt a brat like you would ever come up with such a brilliant scheme.
You keep going on and on about money this, money that. No wonder you ended up with this disgusting museum.
You're supposed to be an artist, right?
It still
Aren't
kind
you
of blows my
ashamed of
mind
plagiarizing
that
other people's
Ryuji's
work?
voice actor is also
Art
Red
is nothing
13
but
in
a
the
tool,
Final Fantasy VII
a
remake.
tool to gain money and fame. You helped me greatly as well, Yusuke.
God, it pisses me off. That's your teacher.
But what about the people who believe in you? Who think you're a master artist?
I'll tell you this alone, Yusuke. If you wish to succeed in this world, I'd advise you don't rise against me. Do you believe anyone could find success with my objection holding them down?
To think I was under the care of this wretched man.
You thought I took you in out of the goodness in my heart? Plucking talented yet troubled artists allows me to find promising pupils and take their ideas. After all, it's much easier to steal the futures of children who can't fight back.
I can't believe this.
Livestock are killed for their hide and meat. This is no different, you fool. But I tire of this little chat. It's time that I...
But enough talk. Have at you.
You are unforgivable. It doesn't matter who you are. I won't forgive you!
So, you repay my keeping you around for all these years with ingratitude? You damn brat! Then, dispose of these thieves!
Get back!
How amusing.
Huh?
It seems the truth is stranger than fiction, huh?
I do love this part though.
Tagawa-kun?
I wanted to believe it wasn't true. I had clouded my vision for so long. My eyes were truly blind. Blind and unable to see the true self behind this one horrible man.
Have you finally come to your senses? How foolishly you averted your eyes from the truth. A deplorable imitation indeed. Lest you part from that aspect of yourself. Let us now forge a contract. I am thou, thou art I. The world is filled with both beauty and vice. It is time you teach people which is which.
Very well. Come. Goemon! A breathtaking sight. Imitations they may be, but together they make a fine spectacle. Though the flowers of evil blossom, be it known, abominations are fated to perish!
Whoa, this is impressive!
Who do you think you are? The price for your insolence will be death! Where are my guards? Kill them all!
The children who adored you as father. The prospects of your pupils. How many did you trample upon? How many dreams did you exchange for riches? No matter what it takes, I will bring you to justice!
Let's see what you're made of.
Very well, bring it on!
You are in the presence of Lord Madarame! On your knees, intruders!
I learned much from you, Madarame. In order to see authenticity, one must be dispassionately realistic. With Goemon by my side, I can now ascertain your true self without any reservations.
Gee, I wonder what everything is weak to. I just got an ice guy.
Goemon, strike!
I am shocked.
This is my other self! Goemon! Persona! Goemon, strike! This is my other self! Goemon! Get the
Not over yet!
Now, the middle dude is not weak to ice, and is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna put him to sleep. My plan failed.
What's the plan?
That's a good question, hon. I honestly don't know. Let's decrease his attack at least.
Shit!
Glad I did, Jesus Christ.
Skull's in trouble! Someone fix him up!
Nope. That was just stupid of me all around.
Skull, you okay? Watch your health!
Let's change over to ice. I have a Jack Frost in here.
Jack Frost! Go down! Come!
See if he's weak to nuke.
You're mine!
He's indifferent.
Die!
Persona! All right!
Sorry!
Ow.
Persona! Persona! There!
Missed? Come on, Joker! Let's do this! Persona! Her attacks won't hit as often!
Persona! Go down! I am thou. Whoever, strike!
I think we got it. Crit. That was uncomfortably tight.
Yusuke, you've just thrown your bright future down the drain. I'll destroy every chance you've ever had of becoming an artist.
Madarame!
You'll forever rue the day you dared defy me.
Get back here!
Kitagawa-kun!
Why can't I move?
Listen, you're totally drained. You can't do much even if you wanted to.
What a disgrace I am.
Come on, just listen to her.
You've known for quite some time, haven't you?
I'm no fool. Strange people have been coming by for years. And the plagiarism was an everyday affair. But who would want to admit that the man they owed their life to was doing such terrible things?
Why didn't you leave, Kitagawa-kun?
Well, he is the one who painted the Sayuri. On top of that, I owe him a great debt.
You mean 'cause he raised you?
I never knew my father. I was told my mother raised me by herself, but she died in an accident when I was 3. That's when Sensei took me in. I heard he helped my mother while she was still alive.
Heard?
To be honest, I don't remember much about my mother either. I did everything I could for Sensei. I thought of him as a father. But he changed. To think he would treat the Sayuri, the very foundation of his art, like that.
A lot's happened to you, huh?
When you had mentioned plagiarism, deep down, I knew you were right. That's why I so vehemently denied you. I was simply running from the truth. I'm sorry.
Understand.
I'm grateful for the chance to face what I had been denying all this time.
You're way too serious, man. That's why you're always getting stuck in your own head. Look at me. I just go with the flow.
For real.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know.
We can't help the fact that Madarame's gone and changed. But we can change his heart. We'll make him pay for his crimes.
That reminds me, you mentioned something about that change of heart earlier.
Have you heard the rumors? The ones about the phantom thieves that steal hearts?
Don't tell me.
Oh, crap!
We'll talk later. We need to scram!
When did my clothes change?
You just noticed that now?
Save it for after. Let's go!
Nope, in fact, if I remember correctly, he keeps pushing for a little bit longer.
I see. And because of that, this PE teacher's had a change of heart. Phantom thieves who steal hearts. To think they truly exist.
Is it hard to believe?
No, I believe you. There's no need for common sense to blind me after seeing a world like that. So, your plan with Madarame-sensei, with Madarame, is to force a change of heart, correct? Let me join, as a member of the Phantom Thieves. Had I faced reality sooner, this may have been avoided. I must put an end to this, for the sake of the others whose futures as artists were robbed as well. That is the most civil thing I can do for the man who was, in some manner, my father.
Civil, huh?
Sounds fine to me. We're gonna deal with Madarame anyways.
He may have a mental shutdown if we screw up. We have ways to prevent that, but they aren't fail-safe. Remember how we mentioned this on our way here?
Madarame is a man who has the art world under his thumb. He has connections to many organizations. If someone like me raises my voice, it'll only be snubbed out. We have no option but this.
Kitagawa-kun.
It's a deal then.
We have a new member in the Phantom Thieves now. I hope we get along, Yusuke.
You better not slow us down.
I'll do my best.
Oh, and no nude paintings.
So that was all a plan. Well, that's quite daring, Takamaki-san.
It wasn't my idea, it was theirs.
What else were we supposed to do? It's his fault for going on and on about the nude modeling thing.
I haven't given up on that yet, though.
Give it up! Oh, that reminds me. I wonder what's going on with the real Madarame. Yusuke and I were in a pretty tight situation.
Actually, I contacted him before we came here. He believes that I continued pursuing Takamaki-san. And just as you all explained, it appears he knows nothing about his shadow.
What did he say?
He was complaining to the security company how they couldn't even catch one high school girl. However, he's still furious about it, and said that he's going to take legal action against everyone.
Talk about being completely on guard.
Legal action? He's acting way too desperate. Maybe he still has more secrets.
If he were to act, it'd be after the exhibit is over. Any scandal during the show would be his loss.
Right when I think the talk about being a nude model is over, this happens?
We'll have to force a change of heart before then if we're to dodge this legal action thing. Looks like our plan must be accomplished while the exhibit is still open.
By the way, what is this?
Huh? A cat.
But it's talking.
You have a problem with that?
No, not really.
Why not?
He's just on a different wavelength than other people.
Do you wish to draw me? You better bring out the best of me in that case. Hey, don't touch me like...
I was thinking of ordering some black bean jelly.
I bet he got that idea from a black cat.
Oh! I didn't bring any money.
Never mind. He's just weird.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hope you're not up to no good. Don't forget you're still under probation.
No, no, no.
That's problematic. If the police here, they'll get in touch with the school, will be expelled. And arrested, unlawful entry, defamation. Get up,
We just
got it.
need to change his heart before he presses charges. Try to focus on that problem for now.
If you punch someone and hurt them, you've committed bodily harm. Now consider these two cases. Unconsenting cutting of hair, or using noise to cause distress. Which of the two would be considered a case of bodily harm? You be the judge.
Hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw.
Noise?
I'm a chef.
Noise. That's bodily harm.
What else should I
Yeah, I could get that.
Please don't
If it
take
disrupts the body's functions, it counts as bodily harm, even if there's no physical contact. Hair grows back. That's just assault.
Nice going!
My brains. Not enough. Well, do need to... Wait, what persona do I have? Magician Chariot, Hangman, Hermit Strength, Counselor, Death. I needed that counselor.
be found? A mirror right in front of
Would be nice to have a son
us where I find
arcana, but
an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth.
study.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
Alright, you get more study points for studying in bad weather and training, so yay.
Make sure you close up.
Wow!
2. And one more.
Well then.
That forces you to sleep.
I'm so depressed.
I'm gonna go to work today. Are you still working at that beef bowl place on Central Street? What happened? The pay's fine, but I'm the only one there at night. Yeah, we did that. I think you're right, Senny. Oh, our grades are out. How'd we do? Higher than average.
Yeah.
I get charm. Yay.
Well then.
You know, I have a counselor persona. Let's hang out with the counselor. How have you been since our last talk? Anything bothering you? If you got time, I'd be happy to chat with you getting out of school. Let's go hang out with the counselor. Thank you, that'd be quite helpful. I'll be waiting in the nurse's office. And I'm gonna cheat here because this is a new social link that didn't exist before. I've been getting a lot of students coming in ever since I arrived here. To be honest, it's kind of been a relief. That whole mess with Kamoshida was the reason I was called here after all. They warned me a lot of students had been impacted. I knew there'd be a lot of free-floating anxiety. When I actually got to talk to everyone, I was pleasantly surprised. Most of the things on everyone's mind were college entrance exams, relationship problems, typical worries for high school students. Some did open up about deeper issues, but not the majority. Some students were still struggling with scars from the incidents, yes. But at the very least, I'm glad the ones who came to me have taken some steps toward recovery. Thanks to you, probably. Well, I can only hope so. I know I'm not the most reliable guy, but remember, you can always talk to me, too, if something's bothering you. I am the counselor here, you know. Nothing else, I'm good at listening.
Let's see.
Having said that, it's a little awkward that I have to ask for your help, but... Remember how I asked you to help me with my research? Of course. I said you'd be helping with my research, but don't worry, it won't be anything too difficult or intensive. I just need you to listen to what I have to say and work through some questions with me.
So...
Yeah, I should start at the beginning. I could tell you a little about what this research is for. What I'm studying now is pain felt in the mind, or more fancifully, in the heart. Some specific examples include the pain of someone saying hurtful things to you or being separated from those you love. Maybe this would be clear. Pain is defined by abstracts, like trauma or stress. Bodily, physical pain can be thought of as something necessary, an autonomic response to injury, illness, whatever.
Still...
What about pains felt within one's heart? That pain isn't born from any tangible problem in our bodies, right? It's something strange and immaterial. I guess it goes to show that there are still a lot of mysteries in our own hearts and minds.
You know, I
I want to learn more about these internal psychological pains. And now this is my question to you. When do you truly feel pain in your heart? Any answer? When I lie. A twinge of guilt is a good example of internal pain. It can be rough. It doesn't feel good to struggle with pain in your heart.
For example...
But with that in mind, how about the pain of a broken heart then? After all, that kind of pain is only born because we fall in love, right? You have any thoughts on this kind of pain? It's necessary pain. True, it proves and validates the love that came before it after all. A very fitting answer from you. Internal emotional pain can be difficult to deal with, though some say it's always coupled with other feelings. I agree, of course. I think that's a fair assessment. So personally speaking, I think if pain can be avoided, it should be. Maybe it shouldn't exist at all. Wounds of the heart are much harder to detect, and in a way, they're far more complex than physical injuries. That's why I'm doing this research, to save people who are suffering from internal pain they keep holding on to. You helped me realize that purpose again. Thank you. Did it help?
Right.
Of course, thanks to you I can articulate my thoughts for once. I can sense Maruki's gratitude towards me. Low, chance to receive the effects of charge and concentrate at the start of battle. Neat.
Alright.
Think that'll do for today.
Oh?
Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Your mental training. I didn't forget. Nope. I'll teach you tricks for mental discipline and you'll help me with my research, just like we decided, right? How about something like this? My mind feels stronger.
Alright.
Your SP increased by 5. And here's the snack.
Well, see you.
That wasn't a bad choice at all. You have time to talk right now? Taking a breather, just finished my last session for the day. I wanted to thank you again. Good work. Thanks. A lot of students came by to talk today. Hopefully they got something out of it. But it's pretty tough juggling this job and my research at the same time. Thanks again for agreeing to help me out. Blah, 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 blah. See you later.
Ah, you're back.
Let's finish that DVD.
Oh!
They're all dead. Who could have done this?
The larvae. It must have infected them. Got into their brains. We need to find those samples, Skullsy. Fast.
Oh!
Guts went up. And DVD down.
Okay. Well then.
Go to bed. Hey, we got a seat. Why don't you read something? Good thing I got a book. Boom.
Wow!
Yeah, we know. Something went up. Charm didn't go up enough. Blah 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 library. Some stuff just doesn't need to be read.
Today we're going over
Possible to apply math even to an abstract concept like beauty. The golden ratio used in the Mona Lisa and the Parthenon are famous examples. and a different ratio has been used in Japanese art and architecture since ancient times. I'm sure you've all heard of the silver ratio, since that was an answer in the last game. Take a look. It's in a book.
Give me an answer.
The silver ratio is, on this guide that I'm reading here, 1 to 1.414.
This is it.
Precisely.
Now the golden ratio I legit knew from real estate, but silver ratio is a Japanese thing, so...
Nice going!
Here's my knowledge.
I see. Hey,
Got 15 days left. And first thing we're gonna do is...
Let's
save
do
the
it.
game, because I haven't in a while, and that'd be very bad. And now, take that back to the library. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry for what I said. I judged a book by its cover. I failed as a librarian assistant. There may be times when other students give you a hard time. Please don't mind them. Feel free to use the library whenever you want. Aw, that was nice. Well, I certainly don't sense the hostility I was feeling from everyone before. You can hone your knowledge. You're quite nice now, but you won't be able to raise your guts anymore. That's neat. So, this place got downgraded.
what would you like? Thank you. What would you like?
Let's take out... Rogue.
Here.
Cool. Now let's go over to... I'm gonna use the guide for the rest of this playthrough tonight, just because it's been a while. Go to Shibuya and pick up some bionutrients, apparently.
What do you want to do? Welcome.
And do I have a lover's persona? Nope. Because next it wants me to hang out with On.
Are you serious?
So I will... that next, I guess. There it is.
Hey, inmate!
Punt. Igor.
How fares you?
You'd like to read the compendium? These are the paths you have walked.
Registered only. Pixie would be
Is
perfect.
this what you want? A fee is required. This is your power.
Oh, I misread. It's Takemi, deaf. So I didn't need to do that.
Already?
Oh well.
It is time, inmate.
That's what you get for not reading properly, Jay. To the clinic. That was yesterday's. Go the long way. The warmer it gets, the stranger people act, like the perverted high school teacher. Has anyone ever studied the correlation between a rise in temperature and a rise in weirdos? What do you want? Want to do a clinical trial? Let's hang out.
Please head to the exam room.
Yeah, that's all for today. If you're feeling okay, you can go home now.
Hello?
Gemmy's Clinic of Internal Medicine. What? Again? Well, that ship's already sailed, so... The pain. Remember that girl from the other day, the chief of staff? Oimada's patient? Her dad's been bringing her here to be treated, even though I referred him to another hospital. I even told him about the medical error I made. Choice. I trust you. I'm just a quack, though. Medical error was well documented. Everyone in my field knows about it. I led the development of a new drug for an incurable illness called Crawford and... Although I wasn't the one who administered the medicine, it was the cause of the error. Certain cells indiscriminately attack other cells throughout the body. When it reaches the muscles, the patient begins to die slowly. There hasn't been much progress made on it, partly because there haven't been many cases. I've worked with a pharmaceutical company that had reached the final stage of production, but one day I was suddenly removed from my position. That chief of staff, my superior at the time, took over the entire operation. I don't know if he wanted the glory of developing a new drug or to become rich and famous, but careless mistakes and rushed completion so he can use it on a patient named Miwa. Miwa-chan had a reaction and lapsed into critical condition. The chief panicked and laid the blame on me. Miwa-chan and her family resented me. No matter what I said, I couldn't change how they felt. All choices are +0.
That's fine, I guess.
Doesn't matter. The development of the medicine was suspended, so I had no reason to stay at that hospital. At least now I can keep working as a general practitioner on my own terms. Who's my guinea pig? That's the new medicine I've been trying out on you. This version is in the final stage of testing. It searches for those cells that take the offensive and destroys them upon detection. That's why it's harmless for people who don't have the disease. Probably. It's good. You have a lot of faith in me. Thank you, my little guinea pig.
Hey.
Better not flake on me this late in the game. I'm inching closer to the finish line, but I need your help to reach you. I can offer you medicine at a special price now. Discount and support items. Been a while since I had to deal with this kind of nuisance. It's stressing me out. I'm sorry, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. Go home. Guts up.
Bye.
And a phone call. I just wanted to check up on you. Sorry for the long talk. About Miwa-chan. You're the first person I told. Something I have to do. Thank you. Yep.
Ah, you're back.
Excuse me. Don't forget to ask the airsoft guy about the paper bag. Not yet. Alright, we got a plant to save.
Hey!
Let's give it some mega fertilizer.
Whoa.
Kindness up.
Yes!
And I should have a bookshelf in here. That's just a shelf. Storage.
Wow!
Table. Bookshelf downstairs. Yeah. Wait. No, that's a payphone. Yeah, it's this thing. Read.
Hey!
Let's start that book I just got.
Make sure you close up.
Well then.
Okay, I've been doing this for an hour and a half. It's getting a little warm in this room, so I do want to take a quick 5-minute break just to get some water and cool the room out a bit. So I'll be right back. I'm not going to bother switching the screen or anything. And thank you for joining me so far. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And hopefully if it's not, someone will let me know. But yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And if y'all could, spread the word. Try to get some more people in here to hang out, because we could use it. See you in a bit. Okay, we're actually gonna call it here for tonight. It's just really uncomfortably warm in the room right now, and I can't really seem to do anything to cool it off. But we will return to this probably tomorrow. But we also will be doing at some point a Pokemon Emerald randomized Nuzlocke run. That'll be done by Iggy, since we're done with Final Fantasy VII. That should be in a couple days, and of course, oh wait, it's Friday. So tomorrow won't be me, it will be Specs, who'll be continuing with Sonic Adventure and Half-Life Alyx. Yeah. But thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate the support. And we'll see you soon. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe.